Bones are amazing things. They hold us up, they support us, they make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Hello and welcome back to Bone Throwers Theater. My name's Jeff, and I'll be playing Jerr Lan.
This is Jeremy, and I'll be playing Julian Illix.
My name is Aaron, and I will be playing Sam Feluge.
My name's Ellie, and I'll be playing Archie.
This is Johnny, and I'll be playing Chime North.
And I'm Jordan, and I am playing Trouble. So as we left off, Katari was strongly encouraging everybody to break on to the military base and kill Crom Delby.
We decided that was not a good idea as a group.
As a group, we have agreed to rescue Crom Delby.
That is not in the best interests of Healing Hands, but we can argue about that point later. Jeremy is spasming.
I'm just realizing what actually might happen on the military base.
We all die.
Yeah.
Well, yes, there's that.
Breaking into the military base is just a bad idea in general.
We could run into 3 sets of characters on the military base.
We could. Oh my gosh.
Is that a thing? Well, I know the one set, but what the other
There was
set?
we played another, one of the side shots was the military investigators that
Oh my-
actually arrested Crom Delby.
Talk about different points of view.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
We were going to gear up and go to the military base, right?
That's what I remember where we
For a
left
plan
off.
like this, we're going to need at least 60 people.
Good luck. You have 5.
Sam would probably ask Katari, since Sam and Katari worked together in the past, if Healing Hands has any other clandestine members on the inside of the military base.
We've tried, but for some reason, every time we're able to flip somebody, they're found out. And we never hear from them again. They disappear.
Okay.
Most of our luck has actually been getting people who are coming right out of their severance. And, you know, after they go through the debriefing process, we basically keep eyes on the processing center, which that fire elemental a few weeks ago just really mucked that up.
They usually do.
So we keep an eye on the building. Obviously now the building is in renovation, so we can't keep an eye on that. But we normally watch. That's how we found out that you were out processing. We'd like to convert somebody, at least in the inside, so that we can get files and do a little bit better recruitment. But
So for tonight, we have no expectation of assistance from
Inside.
anywhere outside of this room.
That's not any different than what way we've been doing things recently anyway, so let's just gear up and go.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in
Katari,
school.
weapons. Do you have access to some weapons? Particularly a rifle.
you know what? I know this guy Thursday. He might be able to help us.
Not Thursday. Because apparently Julian knows Thursday.
What? You have problems with Thursday?
Thursday's got problems with everybody.
I've heard he delivers, and he's come through for me before.
All right, do what you gotta do. Well, Thursday's place is right by the military base, so unfortunately, that looks like the best option.
Yeah.
Archie, as these guys are gearing up, you are in the Black House, and it smells awful. It smells
awful.
like the worst kept veterinary office that you could ever imagine.
Ew.
You can hear barking, shrieking. It even sounds like there might be like some kind of primates in one section.
Am I in a room?
At this point, you're being taken through the facility.
So somebody's got a hold of me.
Yes, correct. Someone's walking in front of you, and someone's walking behind
Restrained in some way?
you. Yeah, you've got binders. on your
Okay,
wrist.
front or back?
Back.
Can I hear my little buddy Short Round over here?
Sure.
Hey, Dr. Archie! Dr. Archie!
He still doesn't know her name. His
No.
name. It's just, you call him proxy lady.
You all seem to be separated.
So no, I cannot even hear him crying anymore
You
'Cause we
hear
were
him
separated.
distantly.
distantly. So I know I know he's still here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like it's behind you,
Okay.
but it's really hard to tell because there's a lot of tile, a lot of concrete.
So it sounds like a large area.
It sounds like it's a large building, but that's been made to be confining. You're frog marched to a small area with closet doors that are only about just barely large enough to really let people in and out. They seem to be rather thick metal doors,
Okay.
and they shove you into one and they close it up. And you can reach out and touch the walls on both sides. And if you turned in a full circle, your fingers would never leave the walls.
Have they unbound me by this point?
No.
Okay. I'm assuming all of my bag was left behind.
Correct.
Great.
All you have is the clothes on your back.
Sweet.
Yep.
Again, after I'm through the door, you said the doors are heavy metal.
Correct.
So I probably wouldn't hear.
It sounds like all of a sudden, for some reason, your room sounds like Megadeth.
All right, so I can't hear my
You
buddy
really
Short Round over
efficiently
here.
No, because of
Don't
Megadeth.
worry.
Yes.
Okay, because of Megadeth. I try to scream out, "Bear! Bear! Are you there?" Echoes.
Yes.
Can you describe the restraints on me? What are they made out of?
Plastic binders, like
Alright.
like a zip tie.
I'm gonna try to melt them. 22.
You are successful in snapping them.
Okay. When they closed the doors after they thrown me in there, did I hear a lock?
Mhm.
I'm gonna
There's a
cast,
hissing noise.
There's a what?
A hissing noise.
In the room?
Mhm.
Alright, I'm gonna cast for light.
Okay. So you're looking to use magic,
Yeah.
essentially,
You have create element, right?
Yes.
or your conjuration roll is the one that.
And
you're
I
making.
also have another 1D.
Okay, so you have 4D plus 2 in conjuration.
Rolling light. 15.
Okay. You're able to cast light just fine.
Alright. I look around the room and try to find what that hissing noise is.
At the top, along the crease between the ceiling and the wall, there are grates, like a whole grate that goes along the entire perimeter of the room.
So something I can hear through?
You could try.
Alright. How tall is this room?
About 6.5 feet tall.
It's a short room.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
You are in a coffin.
Is there so when there's grates, is there like a ledge for me to put my fingers up on and try to pull myself up?
You
and
could
look
stick
through?
your finger into the grates and try to do that, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna
Immediately thought of grin.
We've played a lot of horrific things in the past.
seems like it.
Fingers gone.
Primarily, I consider myself a horror GM.
So I'm gonna follow suit with that.
Okay,
yeah.
pull yourself up.
I'm gonna pull myself up.
Okay, you don't need to roll for that.
Okay. I peer through and try to look around.
You do not see anything. It seems like it's very a basic narrow channel, basically to deliver gas.
What are the walls made out of?
Cinder block.
Alright, I'm gonna try to No, I'm not gonna try to do that.
You going to try to kick it?
I'm gonna grab my metal spoon from my pants and start digging.
Okay.
No,
Do you have a poster to put above that? In front of it?
no, I left that in my bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But you have your
try
bag
to
with you.
kick at the door.
Okay, you have 5D in physique, so I'm assuming you're trying to kick at the lock.
I'm waiting
Yes.
for like this epic roll. Rolls like 36.
My hands are sweating, so I'm really. I'm over here like, oh no.
So now, what
Would
are
you
the,
like
I
to?
like
Would,
that label.
would you like to spend a fate point?
So one of the fun
Yeah.
things to do, I was just gonna say, it is occasionally fun to spend a fate point on something that Jordan's like, why would they spend a fate point on this? Just to throw a kink into the whole situation where
Yes,
like
it is.
you do break out of the door, and Jordan's like, well, what the hell do I do now?
Why are you keeping me in here? What is this? What is the motivation behind this?
I know what it is.
It's so we have to break you out.
Yep.
I'm looking for Dubby.
Alright. I'm just gonna roll with just 5.
Okay.
I hope I don't break my toes or anything.
I see a 6 on that wild
It is
die.
a 6 on the wild die. Roll it again.
Another 6?
Roll
All right,
again.
roll another
Roll
dice.
again.
No fate point needed.
20, 27, 32.
That's heroic.
That is heroic.
I mean,
Go ahead and describe it for me, how epic this is.
This is a room.
I will not sit.
I hate Megadeth.
I'm more of an Iron Maiden kind of person. I back up, crack my neck,
Okay.
charge towards it.
And are you going like for a forward kick or a side kick? Or...
Sidekick, total
Okay.
sidekick.
So as you do that, someone opens the door. And you go flying out into the hallway and sprawling on the floor.
Alright. Okay.
Your eyes are adjusting.
My eyes are adjusting, so this is... How bright is it there?
You can see silhouettes of people
Okay. Did I land on my face or my back?
on the side from which you were kicking.
Alright. I try to focus on the figure that obviously just opened the door. What do I see?
You see a soldier holding a gun, obviously. Then you also see someone in army fatigues, but they have a white jacket on.
Am I in a hallway?
Yes.
And when I look left and right, how far does this hallway go?
It goes about 5 meters to the left.
So that it's a dead end?
No, the sharp turn.
Sharp turn. Okay.
And then behind the two individuals who opened the door, it goes on for about 15 meters.
I'm gonna go to the shorter distance one and start running.
Well, you're on the ground, so you're going to have to roll to get up.
Oh, snap. Reflexes?
Yep.
Okay.
Roll another die.
Wow.
Anti-Jeff.
Ah.
10, 17.
18.
That's a great roll. Not good enough, but great. As you're trying to gather yourself to get up, the person in the lab coat says, grab him. And the soldier does. The person in the lab coat says, take him to my laboratory.
Alright, so I'm being dragged away.
Yep.
By who?
By the soldier and Colonel LaGrange.
Alright, I just... Dead weight. I'm just going wherever he takes me.
As you are dragged into a fully illuminated room, you can see that it has an examining table. On one of the walls, it's just a wall full of basically like animal crates, like cast iron crates that you might see in the back of a veterinary office for where they're storing pets that have to stay overnight. There are animals in there. Several cats, several dogs, a few birds, and there's all sorts of weird things going on with these animals. Like one of the crows actually has like, instead of feathers, it looks like mud is being generated and dirt is being generated and it's like crumbling out of its skin. One of the dogs is basically like has water just flowing out of its ears and its nose and its eyes.
Ooh.
There's a cat that seems to be like flickering in and out of darkness.
Itself? Or like there's a light above it? Like...
No, like it's surrounded by darkness.
Shadow that is coming and going for no apparent reason. And then there's a cat that has a daisy sprouting out of its nose. And we're going to go ahead and cut the scene there. Cutting back over to the rest of the group who are going to Thursday.
So we're going to head...
So it's nighttime.
Correct.
Assuming this is happening shortly after the events of last episode.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, it's nighttime. Are we just strolling up to the building? Because if so, Julian's gonna say to Katari, like, look, coming here was your idea. Do you want to go up, or do we all need to go up? Because I guarantee you, if I go up, it's gonna complicate things.
I think it would be safer if we all go up. We're pretty close to the military base, and we just don't know what kind of activity they're up to tonight.
All right, fine. And Julian turns and heads up the steps.
Okay. You get your cardio in.
So we go all the way up to the 12th
12th
floor.
floor, correct.
Julian's gonna walk right up to the door and just pound on it.
Not the secret shave and a haircut, but an actual just like...
Yeah.
Okay. Door opens.
Thursday.
Illix, I just recommended you to someone.
You recommended me? Wow.
Yeah. Small world, huh?
Yeah. Did you burn all your other bridges? Is that how that came about?
Look, I can't change your perception. I always thought that you and I were square. You're the one who has a chip on their shoulder.
Okay, whatever. Not time for this right now. Weapons. I'm here with another person that you may know and points at guitar. He's like, we need some weapons. Immediately. So that room that you got boarded up back there, it's time to get that crowbar and...
Come on in.
I don't open my mouth at all because I know how the council listens.
I just do my Brody old man thing.
So he picks up the crowbar from the ground. He says, it's going to cost you extra coming this late at night. And he starts prying the 2x4s from blocking the door.
And Julian's like, well, by my accounts, you owe me something, so...
We're square, man. I told you.
We were, yeah.
Does it look like Thursday is carrying anything?
Go ahead and roll perception.
Roll perception.
3.
Yeah.
No, you can't tell.
Okay.
Katari starts listing off what she believes you all would need. And I think Julian said something about wanting a rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about the time that I gave Julian a rifle and he accidentally blew up the barrel of the rifle?
I just kind of look at Julian.
It was an accident?
He says it was an accident. I just don't think he knew how to use it right.
Sam kind of looks at Julian and like, okay.
Consider where we're getting this rifle from.
So you blame the equipment?
I've been using a rifle since I was 7.
Okay.
The only one that ever blew up, he gave it to me.
So why are we getting a rifle from him again?
Katari? Why are we getting a rifle from him again?
Because of the time of night and how hard it is to actually get weapons.
Location.
So I imagine Sam would want some kind of explosive stuff.
Yeah. I'd be looking for like a plastic explosive.
We've got some GX35.
That'd be perfect. That would be perfect.
He says that?
No.
What does it say?
GX35 is the explosive that was used for the big terrorist explosion.
Oh.
Yeah. It goes big boom.
Big boom.
Bada boom.
Big bada boom.
Specifically, I'm looking for like door charges rather than large explosives. I think I'd also be looking for tranquilizer darts or sleep grenades.
We'll start one at a time. Red or green?
Green.
He's got a new metric now. This is...
Even or odd?
Oh.
I'm gonna go odd.
Odd.
Yes.
You get your door charges.
Yes.
What else did you say?
Tranquilizer darts.
Even or odd?
Is it green still?
Uh-huh.
You chose green.
Odd.
Even. 6.
Oh, of course.
Then sleeping grenades. Odd.
Even. So you have door charges.
I have door charges.
Who's next?
Julian?
Rifle?
Rifle.
Even or odd? Oh, red or green?
Red. Even.
You got it.
Yeah, of course I did. It was a 6, wasn't it?
It was a 2. Papa. Anything you want?
Sawed off.
Saw it off.
Whoa.
Julian immediately starts to disassemble it.
Do you want shoulder grip or hand grip?
2-hand grip.
2-hand grip.
Even.
Red, even. Odd.
Oh, dang it.
Anything else?
Shoulder grip.
It is a second request.
Even or odd?
Odd.
Odd. You got it.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Well played.
Pistol silencer.
Pistol with silencer. Green or red?
Green. Even.
Odd. I'll give you the pistol. Not the silencer.
Actually, I want the silencer more than the pistol because I have a pistol.
Okay, I'll give you the silencer then. Anybody else?
Holocaust cloak.
Yes, we always want one of those. I go decked out like the scene from The Matrix.
Keanu Reeves. Even or odd?
Was he there?
John Wick. Even or odd?
John Wick. John Wick.
What color?
Green.
Odd.
John Wick.
Yes!
We win.
We got this.
Archie is
We
waiting.
just won the campaign. We just won
Keanu
the
Reeves
campaign.
will be my savior.
No,
I got shade.
you do not
Shade's
actually
really all I
have
need.
John Wick, but
No.
My water elemental's really all I need. I just wanted the shotguns because shotguns.
I don't know why I needed door charges. Why did I think I needed door charges?
Because
So everybody else.
Because
can-
you're our explosives expert.
Yeah, let's call me that.
Of our group, you are our explosives expert.
If I remember correctly, Sam was actually in an intelligence unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good luck with actual demolitions.
Was there anything else that Katari wanted?
Katari gets what she wants.
Okay.
Katari was willing to take on the military base with what was in the basement of that schoolhouse, but
Katari's nuts.
you always knew she was nuts when you guys were serving together.
Which is really saying something because she doesn't trust Sam. All right.
We're going to go ahead and cut back over to Archie. So the guard and Colonel Lagrange come in, and they're accompanied by someone else. Really hard to physically describe them. They're medium build. They are wearing black clothes head to foot, gloves. They're wearing what looks like a motorcycle helmet. It's mirrored. So like
the helmet.
the helmet, the complete helmet is mirrored.
The complete helmet, just not just the visor.
Correct.
Ooh. So I can see him come in. How close is he to me? Did he just walk up straight to
Walks
me?
in, and he actually goes to the back of the room, leans against the wall, and crosses their arms.
Huh.
Colonel Lagrange actually sits down. He sits down in a chair across from you, and you're sitting on the observation table.
And is the guard restraining me by holding me, or is there a weapon pointed at me?
More weapon pointed at you.
Okay.
Nobody is actually physically coming close to you.
Okay. I speak up and I ask the man in the white coat, "Hey, Doc, who are you and what am I here for?"
Who am I? You can call me Lagrange. And we're just here to have a conversation.
About?
You.
Well, what do you want to know?
You exhibited some properties this evening.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A garbled voice comes from the corner.
Lying.
Hey, shiny helmet, shut up.
I would not speak to the void that way,
Says who?
says the colonel.
And why is that?
When your betters are in the room, you will show full respect.
I don't see anybody better than me in here.
The council would disagree.
Oh, the council. Well, if the council is involved, I want to speak to them.
Speak to the doctor first,
Says the garbled voice.
and then I'll speak to you.
I'll only speak if you guarantee me.
I will speak to you if I deem it necessary.
We're all freaking out over here.
Yep, we are.
Another technique I love to do in my jamming is giving the right information to the wrong people.
Well, it's a good thing we're good at not metagaming.
Oh man, my heart rate literally just tripled.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Fine. I'll tell you some info if you tell me some in return. Quid pro quo.
As long
And
as it
only-
doesn't impinge upon state secrets.
Fine. But then I would also add I want somebody in return for these answered questions.
He is bold.
Let's make sure that your questions are satisfactory.
The colonel, he has a folder, and he just sets it on his lap and folds his hands. I think that the best policy at this point is to assume that the person that you will take out of here is yourself. If you want to live, then you answer the questions. If you've decided that living is a little too much of a burden, then we can choose to go your way.
Archie sits in silence.
Let's go ahead and begin your medical examination. He pulls a stethoscope out of his pocket and a little hammer. And we're going to go ahead and cut the scene there. Alright, we're going to take a quick break.
Hey Mets, have you ever read Dragonlance?
Dragonlance, that sounds familiar.
Well, it was a Dungeons and Dragons campaign
Yeah?
that they turned into a book.
Okay.
And here's the crazy part, though. Let me just pitch this to you, all right? The narrator of the book is actually unreliable. He's spinning us one story while trying to tell another, and you have to kind of piece together from contextual clues or missing information exactly what's going on. It's really, really deep and really, really cool.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. It's about an annoying gnome.
So it's more like my life.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, it's a good thing we have better novels than that to analyze on Alzabo's Soup, where we literally become our favorite authors by devouring portions of their brains.
Devouring brains, of course, means reading books. And over at Alzabo's Soup, we dive deep into some of our favorite novels, especially those by famed author Gene Wolfe.
If you're interested, please come check us out. We're online at alzabosoup.libsyn.com or on any of your favorite podcast hosting services.
I'm sorry if I offended any Dragonlance listeners.
No, you're not.
So, we have to come up with a plan of attack. Or rather, more than a plan of attack, a plan of intrusion. Without
Are we still on Thursday at Thursdays? Or have we left Thursday?
You can go ahead and leave if you want.
Yes, I don't want to have a conversation in Thursdays.
Okay, that's what I was
Yeah.
to ask.
Yeah, that's not a good plan.
We found someplace with no listening devices.
Where's
You went
that?
outside of the dome.
Oh, in case we need like 8 more rifles.
You went,
Yeah.
you went down to the sewers.
Well,
That's not a bad plan.
And even then we swept for listening devices and video devices.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Persuasion. Oh!
Oh,
Of course.
yeah, I was just about to say our rolls are on fire tonight, but
Mine was...
On fire.
I rolled
No.
3 6s and a 2. 21.
21.
18.
12.
6.
Oh.
We all know that Jerr finds everything. The world opens up to Jerr in a way he never understood. No, you sweep the area quite efficiently. You find a couple bugs, drop them into the
rushing
ground,
water.
smash them, and then kick them into the sewage.
Okay.
All right.
So, to get to where the prison will be, we have to get basically to the center of the military base.
Okay.
Okay? So, you have your gate guards and regular patrols. Then, once
Wow.
we get to where the prison is, we'll have to get into the prison itself and then down to the lower levels.
So really, the only concern is going to be the guards. We can get through anything we need to get through.
You can get through, Sam.
I could get us through.
Go ahead and roll for shade.
7.
Hey!
It's another wild
Shade
background.
says, I got your back.
Of course.
Between Shade and myself, I can get us through anywhere we need to get through. We just need to make sure we either past the guards or I am a fan of removing them.
I'm a fan of not being seen by them at all.
I'm with Chine on this one.
Because anywhere that there is one guard, there's at least 4 guards. The best point of entry, the most vulnerable point of entry, I should say, would be the
Sewers?
Yep. Sewers are access tunnels because everybody's got to get access.
Well, I haven't looked at the sewers myself down there. They may be gated. Don't know. I know that on the surface, most vulnerable point is the exit building, where we do the exit interviews.
Well, do you know of any patrols in the sewers?
I
Guards
do
in
not,
the sewers?
no.
But
They
you
said-
know, okay, so
That's what I said, on the surface.
we've been all but able to roam freely around the city via sewer or
Via sewer.
access
Yes, we
tunnels
have.
to the Opera Royal. So,
I can tell you we would not be able to get into the prison itself through the sewers.
But we can
Well,
get
let me go check it out. Recon
Yeah.
through the water.
Oh,
Yeah, you can do it the fastest.
I mean, do we want to start making our way that
Yeah.
direction while he starts the recon?
Yeah.
he'll scout ahead and we'll
Yeah.
be shortly behind.
Through the
Makes
sewers.
sense.
Ooh.
Not bad.
22 to
Recon.
recon via water to see at least
How clear it is.
if the way is clear.
Not very clear.
There's a lot floating in the water.
If the
Did you say
way
there's a log floating in the water?
I said a lot.
Oh, okay.
You could get through the sewer, but there is a grate, so you would have to like maybe cut a couple bars off the grate.
all right, so I will wait for them where I know they're going to end up. I'll see if I can start cutting it with the water.
Okay.
Ah.
A water jet.
Water jet. You're gonna pressure wash the sewer while you're at it too.
Oh.
Oh, 7.
The smell is getting to you.
Ugh. I'm gonna start flowing the gunk away.
Okay.
Try and purge the area.
Yeah. Oh, at least some.
Oh!
Oh. Nope.
A 3.
So while you're waiting for the rest of the guys to join you, and
He passes out and falls into the sludge.
we're going to switch back over to Archie. Your favorite words of this session.
Oh, yeah.
Colonel Lagrange begins performing a basic medical examination. All right, sit up straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Cough. Lay back. I'm going to go ahead and do some palpitations. Okay. Sit up. All right. Time to test your reflexes. Okay. Say ah. Let me look into your ears. All right. Stare into the light. And look away. Follow my finger to the left, to the right, up, down.
Get to the point, Doc.
Have you ever been to the doctor before?
No?
Really? Even on your appointed days?
Well, I get busy those days.
But the council sends letters to your employer, just like it happens for everybody else, saying that it's mandatory that you report. Let's go ahead and take a sample of your blood.
I'd rather you not.
The faster we do this, the faster we can answer all the questions that are needed.
Fine.
All right. Draws out a couple vials of very nice looking black liquid.
Yum.
He turns to the guard. Why don't you stay here with Archie? And he turns to
Shiny helmet?
Shiny Helmet and says, why don't we speak in the hallway for a few moments? Tips up off against the wall, and they both walk to the door.
Is that the only door in the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Aaron is sitting over there shaking his head going, never ask if that's the only anything.
I'm going to exit through the other door.
What other door? Door is closed.
Let me out.
Comes from the cages.
I look over there, and I see it's...
Kitty cat.
Kitty cat. Is it the one with the daisy?
No.
Oh.
She wanted the daisy.
I wanted the daisy cat.
The cat is looking right at you, and he puts a paw up, little pink and black jelly beans on the cage. It's a black and white cat with a black spot on its nose.
I stand up off the table, start to walk over to it.
Hey, sit down. You're not allowed to move.
What harm am I gonna do? You got the weapon.
Will you let me out, please? Says the cat.
I walk closer.
The gun cocks. I said sit down.
Alright, fine. I'll go sit back down.
It's cold in here.
I look over. Which, is it the same animal?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it triggers another memory.
Okay.
I remember being in a house, in a room, with a cat that looked just like that. But a voice calls out, "It's cold in here. Turn the heat up." End of flashback.
Sounds good. The doctor and Shiny Helmet comes in.
Got it, fun.
The council.
I don't know what you're talking about, but they're joined by a second individual dressed exactly the same.
As the shiny helmet?
Uh-huh.
This is the one?
It says the new one, who's slightly taller.
A little short to be on the council, aren't you?
No, I said that the other one was a medium build. The voice sounds exactly the same as the first one.
Does it sound animatronic?
Yep, scrambled. Like it's being sent through a disguiser of some kind.
Okay. Am I the one for what?
How often have you used geofire?
Why does that matter?
The more you use it, the faster it will grow. We need to know if you've reached critical levels yet, or if we can begin.
Begin what?
Can you force it out?
Says the tall one. The void comes closer. The shorter one.
Well, if I can force it out, then maybe you can make the modifications that are needed. I'm sorry, you said you wanted to talk. What did you want to say to us? This might be your last chance. I guess whatever he had to say wasn't really that important. No. After all, things don't really have thoughts.
Wait. If this is my last chance, I want to see one more person before I go. Can you grant me that one last thing?
Who do you want to see?
The person you dragged me here with.
There were 3.
The one that came in the same van as me.
Wait. Oh, you want the other thing?
What thing?
The thing that came with you.
You mean the boy?
There was no boy.
I'm talking about a short boy. He had a teddy bear.
There was no boy. We can't allow you to be in the same room as the other thing. 2 things together could be detrimental.
Why do you keep calling me a thing?
Well, you're not a person.
Reaches out and puts his hand on your forehead, and everything cuts out. Okay, guys, back to you.
Is it normal to sweat during these things?
Sometimes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's definitely normal for your heart rate to be racing.
Oh, I need a drink. I'm parched.
Okay. So, we meet at the gate in the sewer.
Correct.
There's no lock on this gate. It's actually like solid bars
Correct.
drilled into the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Set in concrete, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You do have charges.
That is an option. Okay. Yeah. The charges.
Alright, I need to look up charges. 1 second.
Before we set it, we should verify exactly where we're at.
We're in the sewer trying to get into the military.
Yeah, I know
base.
that. But where are we at in relation to the military base itself?
We're at a place where we can't go any farther. Doesn't matter.
It matters if there's guards right above us. I can hear the explosion.
So we just turn around and go home?
No, we find another route.
Go find your other route. Set the charges.
I'm with Julian on this one.
117.
I mean, unless we have another way to cut through these.
I tried.
I'm saying that...
How'd you try?
With water.
I'm not saying the charges are a bad idea. I'm saying that we need to make sure that we don't want to find a different gate to go through.
For a plastic explosive, it's 5D.
Well, since they're plastic explosives, I say we at least set it off on the underwater side.
Kind of absorbs it.
The sound. Since
Yeah.
the water won't affect the way it explodes.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
You know what you can do? You have a water proxy, so they can like push the water and create a dry spot.
To set it.
Then refill it in on water. And
Yeah.
I mean, and could we bring a bubble of air kind of around it to try to dampen some of the
Well,
sound?
you're the air proxy.
Yeah. So that sounds like a good plan.
Are we working together on this?
Katari.
Yeah.
Can you manipulate concrete?
No, I can't. It's set. It's bonded together. If it were mud, if it were dirt, then we could do that. But
Okay.
because it's
Can you manipulate steel?
can I manipulate anything? Yeah, for the same reason that I can't manipulate
Concrete.
I can't manipulate steel. Like it's
It's
a
got to
fast
be
bond.
in its natural.
Yeah, it's
Natural form.
It can't be processed.
right.
So, okay.
I have heard of some like innates that are able to do odd things with metal, but I just it's not within my ability.
So
you two are working the sound deafening. I'll do the explosives.
Oh,
Ah,
oh!
I love it.
6, 10, 13.
5.
Ah!
Combined with your powers combined, that makes 18.
With an 11 to set the charges.
We will say that's
Sufficient.
sufficient. Just barely. Jerr might not have the
11
tip of one of his fingers anymore. But
Charges set.
charges are set. Are you going to try and go down the tunnel a little bit?
Yeah.
Just at a safe distance. From
Yeah,
me.
not really far. But
Okay. Then jumps up and splashes up against the ceiling some.
All right. Does it knock a bar loose?
Yes.
All right.
all right.
Julian knocks the bar out of the way and sludges through.
Okay, sounds great. All 5 of you go through.
Yay.
So we keep making our way.
Yep.
We still need to know where we are in relation to the base.
I can scout to see where we're at.
That would be helpful.
So I'm going to turn to shadow and kind of stick my head up and take a look.
Okay. We'll recover.
Difficulty of 16, so there's 8. 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're intangible. Sewage starts flowing through you.
So I'm going to stick my head up through one of the manhole covers and kind of get a look-see around where we're at.
Okay.
So where are we in relation to the?
Center of the base.
You still have a ways to go.
Okay. So I make my way back down the ladder. Do I know how far? Like, I know we're headed the right direction.
You know you're heading in the right direction for where you think you should go.
Okay. So I kind of explain where we are, where we're at, and what direction we're headed currently.
Since I know roughly where we're at, I can guide us to where I think the center would be.
Okay. All right. And it's been a while since you've been on base. You know, being in the wall and all that. You're a little off on your sense of direction, so it takes you longer than you would imagine. You finally do make it.
So we get there. Shade, you want to scout for us?
Scout.
I feel like I'm addressing Shade and not Sam.
Go ahead and roll for Shade.
7. Shade's a very helpful individual tonight.
I think once you started rolling above 7, you haven't dipped down below in like 3 sessions.
Yeah,
I'm
I think so.
Sad about this.
Yeah, so I sneak up there. What do I see?
You see a few guards.
How close to the manhole cover?
I mean, like on the other side of the street.
Okay.
But the guards they're wearing black uniforms, and
That I recognize.
Yes.
I assume. Yes.
yes, and they have an insignia on them, a patch that you recognize.
Okay.
It's a mole rat,
Okay.
which has popped up once before in this
Yes.
recording session.
Yes, that's what I was pretty sure. So I'm going to go back down to the rest of the group. And I'm going to inform them of the situation and let them know that we might have a little more trouble than we thought.
Sounds great. We're going to go ahead and cut back over to Archie. All of a sudden, you jerk back into consciousness, and you blurt a word. What is it?
Skin.
Okay. And you're back in your cell.
Skin.
Back in that cell
Back in your cell.
that I broke out of.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Someone there, though.
Someone there?
How do I know that someone's there? Is there a sound being made? No! It gets closer and closer to my face.
It's Bear.
Aww.
Now, why did they grant me that? They just said they wouldn't put us in the same room together.
The council needs no reasons.
That's a good question. You can't see anything.
Bear, is that you?
Is he his normal self?
His voice sounds slowed down. You can't see his face.
I'm tired and still hungry.
What happened, Bear? Where were you? What did they do to you?
Some guys asked me what I could do, and I asked if they had any cheese. And they started talking to some other people in the room, and then I just got really sleepy. I think I just need to eat.
Bear, we have to get out of here. What was the last thing you remember seeing?
Myself.
What do you mean, yourself? Your reflection?
Yeah.
On a screen?
There was
on
like
a
this
mirror?
guy that had a mirror.
You mean the guy in the shiny helmet?
What's a helmet?
A round thing where a head should be.
Oh, I thought he was just holding a mirror.
Bear, we gotta get out of here. Help me kick down this door.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to kick down this door again. If I did it once,
And
I
the
can
door
do it again.
opens.
Are we both rolling full?
Physique?
Physique.
See,
Yeah.
also see.
Oh! Gosh.
Childlike strength. So this is tragic because this is your first one on the wild die.
That is tragic.
So when you roll one on the wild die,
Takes away the 1.
it takes away your highest number and the 1. So that leaves you with 12.
And 11. Because I did the same.
We're going to say that Vera accidentally kicks the wall.
Oh, Bear.
Rather out of it.
Go ahead if you want to try again. You're more than
Wizard
welcome.
needs food.
I would like to use one of my fate points.
Okay, sure. You can do that. Because that's what
That
fate
doubles
points
it
are
to 10, right?
for. My dice box.
Sure.
16.
Actually, fairly good considering.
Considering he hasn't had cheese in like a day.
28, 29. So you're able to kick the door open. And the light floods into the cell.
I look at Bear.
Okay. You see that his skin is missing from his face.
Well done.
And it's just metal and wires.
Sorry, this is just,
Why do I actually feel like crying? I feel so attached to this little boy.
This is how it works.
You're not supposed to get attached.
Don't get attached to anything or anyone.
Yeah.
Even yourself.
Yeah.
There's lots of deaths that happen.
It's okay. He doesn't feel a thing.
Apparently not.
But he's moving really, like when he talks, like it's, you realize now why it's sounding so slow and so high.
His batteries are running out.
No, he has no lips.
Bear, where's your face?
On my head.
I put a hand on his shoulder and I'm like, but it's no longer there. It is not on your head, it is somewhere else.
Well, he said he saw it.
The master took it.
Chills.
Flashbacks of Yuri. Oh no! I'm gonna go crawl into an oven now.
You said you saw his face,
Yes, he
but
said.
on him.
That's
Because
not
of
what
the-
I meant, but
Well,
He never said it was on him. No.
You just said he saw
the
himself.
last thing he saw was
That's not
himself.
what I meant.
Too late.
That's not what I meant.
Well, that face is gone, so...
Bear, do you feel anything?
I feel hungry.
Alright, as soon as we get out of here, we'll get you some food. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Okay. I'm.
Can you keep up with me?
Sure.
Let's go down this hallway. Let's take a right.
Okay, go ahead and roll sneak.
2D?
40.
40 plus.
Oh, snap.
Snap.
Well-
I'm gonna borrow this again.
No problem.
I rolled a 20.
You sneak great.
0.
Your metal feet clamp against the floor.
Does he have-
So he looks down at his feet and he sees, like, there's no skin on him at all.
You know, like
got
R2,
no
or like
skin.
C3PO in The Phantom Menace? It's a pretty good estimation. Maybe some on your hands.
Okay, so he looks down and he's like, "What are these shoes?" He doesn't know anything better. Like, he has a month's worth of memory. That's it.
I proceed to pick him up and put him over my shoulder.
Okay.
You're too loud, Bear. No, I'm gonna piggyback him.
Okay.
I start walking down farther in the hallway while piggybacking Bear. And one thing's for sure, I'm going the opposite direction of I remember going to before.
A dog trots up the opposite direction.
Is it a cute dog?
It's a big
Okay.
dog.
What kind of breed?
I mean, it would be the equivalent of maybe a German Shepherd. He says, "You're not supposed to be here." And he starts running at you. And we're going to go ahead and end the session there. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Bone Throwers Theater. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Ellie, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is bonethrowerstheater. You can also look us up on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.